Dum dee diddle die dum do, heedle I dum dee diddle die dum do, heedle I dum dee diddle die dum do, he hiddle 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 hi dum do.
What away the day, boys and girls?
Scourie.
Scourie. And where is Scourie?
At the very north of Scotland.
That's right. And what have we found just over here?
A church.
A wee church.
Truly a wee church compared to the one.
Truly a wee church. And let's just have a look. So the Edrachilis Parish Church. That's an awfully funny name, isn't it? And the minister is the Reverend John McPherson. You can't get a much more Scottish name than that, can you? And look there. What's that they've got there?
Bell.
A bell. There you go. But we've not come to see the church, have we?
No.
What have we come to see?
The turkey.
Oh, well, we're coming to see a turkey as well. Let's just see if we can see it.
I hope it makes a noise.
Is it in the field here? What noise does it make?
There it is.
Oh, wait a minute. We just heard him. Where is he? Can we see him? Oh, I think he's away at his bed now. Right, now, Scourie is on the northwest coast of Scotland. And what is the coast up here famous for?
Beach.
Beaches. And just look at this.
Midges.
Down here. Midges and beaches, you're right. Because we're all covered in midgie bites, aren't we? And just look at that sunset down there. And you can see all the cars down in the bay, down in Scourie Bay, down on the beach. So we'll take a wee donder down and see what we can see. Now just look at all the hills here. So this wee town is just surrounded by this Lewisian genus rock, is that right? Louisian genus, I still can't say it right.
Isn't that over 1 billion years old?
It's more than 1 billion years old, it's 3 billion years old. And
I've got a sample.
And you've got a wee sample of it, and this is some of the oldest rock in the world.
Actually, it is
the oldest rock in the world. Let's get it right. Aye. And there's all sorts of rock here. So the north coast here, the northwestern part of Scotland, was actually a different landmass from the rest of the country.
Did you know, if the history of the Earth was in a day, it would have formed 8 minutes. It would have formed 8 minutes in.
Wow. So yeah, it's almost as old as our universe itself, isn't it?
Well, actually, the universe is 13 billion years
old.
old.
13 billion. So aye, by the time it took to coalesce into planets and all the rest of the stuff,
yeah,
this is the first stuff that came to be, isn't it?
Yeah, the first rock that stopped being lava.
And that's right. So you've got all sorts of different kinds of it, and it was so the pressures were so crazy that they have all these folds within the rock, don't they?
Yeah,
folds.
If you get just the right sample, you can actually see them.
Yeah, so you can actually see the Z folds in the thing now. We're coming down here. Now, there's not much more Scottish than a Highland coo, is there?
I know.
And look what's here. Look who's looking right at us just now.
A Highland coo?
A big, massive bull Highland coo. Oh, look, the wee birds are in there as well. Look at them. He's sitting going, what are they doing?
Would that be a Highland bull?
A Highland bull, aye.
You can see how big their horns are.
They're massive, eh?
They seem like, I hope they can see about.
Aye, well, I think the hair goes over their eyes a wee bit, doesn't it?
Aye.
And gives them that very distinctive look.
Yeah.
And they have the long, shaggy hair here. Look, you would think it couldn't see anything. Look, hello there. What are you saying to that?
Look, both of them are like that.
You are a handsome beast, aren't you?
And they're also all the same colour.
Aye. Well, so normal cows, when we think of cows, what colours do we think of? Black and white and maybe different colours. What are these ones?
Just orange.
They're sort of browny orange, aren't they?
Yeah, sunburnt orange.
Sunburnt orange, aye, that's a good way to describe it. And just look at the Scourie Bay down here.
And see behind them, there's no variety unlike most of the other.
Now, what's quite amazing up here is what happens when the tide goes out. So at the moment, is the tide in or out? In. And what happens here when the tide goes out?
There's pretty much no ocean.
There's so there's like a beach. See where those rocks are over there? There's like a beach right in front of them, and you can just walk right over to it.
Yeah.
And it's really amazing. So when you go further up the coast here to Durness, there's a body of water that's almost like this, and it goes away out to that peninsula up there. And when the water goes out, it's one massive beach for miles and miles and miles and miles. And then when you come back, it's all covered in water again. It's the most amazing sight you will ever see, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, you've had quite a lot of fun down on this beach, haven't you? What did you find earlier?
A massive crab.
You've caught crabs with your hands, you've caught crabs with a reel, you've been... What other fish did we find in here?
Pollock.
Pollock as well, yeah.
Tiny little ones just dashing around. Sand eels, tiny baby ones and massive ones.
Aye.
It looks like other people are camping here.
Aye, well, I don't know if you're not allowed to stay overnight, but I think people come down and sit and watch the water. Now, we've not actually seen the water this high. This is pretty incredible, isn't it?
When you able to like walk across the rocks.
Now, I see a wee sign down here. Well, we're going to have a wee read of it.
Yeah.
See what we can spy. Just look at that. Absolutely magnificent. It is a sight to behold, young man. It certainly is. Right, let's go and have a wee read of this sign, see what you can tell me.
What's that?
Come and see. Right. Oh, right, so this is good. So there's a wee map here. Fine, do you want to come and read this?
So there's...
So this is a wee photo and all the places that we've been to. Durness, Kinlochbervie, where we are in Scourie, right on the coast. So, what have we got here? Oh, why don't we read this one here? Because that's a really good one.
Edda Creels in Scourie. Edda Creels from Gaelic Edda Da, shallows between two streets. Scourie from Old North. Scariachal, shelling the woods. Scourie was the birthplace of the General Hugh Mackay, Commander-in-Chief of William and Mary's Scottish Army from A 1689 to 1690. During the conflict of James VII
Yep, well done.
and Rob Donsday, the parish church and manse were located in Baghall. Handa Island and Scarrymore Headland are sites of special scientific interest. The island is a nature reserve run by the Scottish Wildlife Trust, with spectators sea cliffs, stacks and birdlife. The residents migrated to Canada after the potato famine in 1848. The headland features the Scourie dikes, dark intrusions of molten igneous rock into older geological formations.
So, this is a very, very old place for rocks and for human habitation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shall we go along and take a wee walk along the beach?
Yeah.
Oh, look, somebody's out swimming. Look, that looks like fun.
Yeah. If you look closely at some of the rocks, you can see he banding. The black and white ones are the Louisian genus ones, but the other ones are probably just Scourie diker.
Right. So it's quite hard even here to tell the difference between them all, is it?
Yeah.
You have to look quite closely.
Yeah. And the one, for example, here is an
Right,
example I
put this
found
in
of
front of
the
me.
Louisian genus.
Put it in front of the camera there and we'll have a wee look.
Look at that.
Look at the banding in it. That is
Yeah.
cool, isn't it?
Black and white.
Nice.
That's how you know it's Louisian genus.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
The black and white banding thing with the little sparklies in it is caused by the immense pressure used to form it.
Ah. I see. So there's all sorts you can find here now. There's even cyanobacteria in the rocks not far from here.
And that's why there is so many barnacles.
Well, can you tell us what cyanobacteria is?
Basically, it's like a little type of... Basically, it's like a type of bacterium that makes water blue.
And was it not one of the first bacteria to come about?
Well, actually, no. Well, there has been many eukaryotic bacteria before it. It was the first one to photosynthesize.
So, the first one to photosynthesize. So, the one that basically created all life that we know today. Is that right?
The ancestor of everyone.
The answer. So yeah. So our great grandfather
Is in this very water.
is in these very waters and these rocks. Now that is pretty much amazing to think, isn't it?
Yeah.
And just look at this wee beach. And like we say, so this beach goes almost all the way out to those rocks over there when the tide's out. I can't believe what I'm seeing here.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's absolutely amazing, isn't it?
Also, come and see this. You see those little holes? If you If you dig up some of the sand, you should be able to see little specks jumping around. Those are wharf roaches.
Oh, wharf roaches.
Yeah.
So they like to live in the sand here, do they?
Yeah.
Well, you can see them all jumping about, can't you?
Yeah. When you uncover some of the sand, especially, it's like as if some of the sand comes alive.
Now, what time is it just now? It's about 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And it's so warm. I could literally just take my clothes off and jump into that water and go swimming with that person over there.
Yep. It's so cool.
It's so beautiful.
That water is freezing.
Well, I quite like to dive in because I'm quite sweaty now, just walking along trying to talk and do all this stuff.
Oh my goodness, yeah. You think it'd be cold at this time of night?
And what's different about up here? What did we really notice? What was the first thing we noticed?
More wildlife.
No, not really wildlife. What's the sound like here? What's it like where we live?
It's like industrial cars.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
cars,
But then
noise.
now, around this place, it's more like birds chirping.
Yeah, you only hear the birds. You only hear the nature, don't you?
And maybe a bit of car sometimes, or
Occasionally.
people talking. You know,
And what's the roads like up here?
insane.
They are mental.
Drag strips.
They're like drag strips, and they're
And
just
in some places and rally courses in others.
yes. And some of them are only single track. And sometimes when you go down them,
Most of them.
and when you come down them, you wonder how you're going to get back up them, don't you?
Yeah. You guys put the foot down. It's like a rally course.
But unbelievable. I'll be sad to say cheerio to all this
Yep.
because it's absolutely stunning.
It'll be nice to come back here another time.
It will be nice, aye. We would love to live here, wouldn't we?
Eh.
Well, maybe not you so much. But I think
Yeah.
Chloe and I, we'd be quite happy to swap Alloa for here, eh?
No.
No, I quite like Alloa.
Mhm.
Oh, me too, but it's nice to imagine, eh?
Yeah. I'd like to live in somewhere like Edinburgh. I could go to the
Oh, you want to go
games.
to the big city? Oh, you want to go to the football games?
Yeah.
Good idea. That's what I did when I grew up and got old enough to move away.
Nice.
And then over there we have some of the really fancy rock formations. So some of them over there, I think you can just see, they call them statues. And that's when the lava has come up and just shot right through the Earth's crust.
Yeah.
And they're almost completely upright.
Yeah. Although we'll keep one thing, like that's not Norwegian genus. That's old Scourie Diker.
Old Scourie Diker, yeah. And then you've got the Torridon, and then you've got...
Probably the youngest Scourie Diker, in fact.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then we can see over to the other side where we go crabbing, can't we?
Yep.
Over to the jetty now. Look at that campsite up there. Imagine camping up there and this was your front room view.
Not too bad.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Ah, Midgie's got me.
And you can see why it says on that sign about the shielded wood, the land, the woods, the shielded woods. Because right around Scourie, it's just all the rock. And then you have this lovely, peaceful little bay, don't you?
Aye. That's what how the different little beaches and plains are like here.
Yeah. They are, aren't they? Right, so I think I'm going to have a wee seat on these steps and watch the water, and then we'll just say cheerio to everyone. What do you think? Right, let me get my weary bones done. Oh! What a view. And this is the funny thing. So this is beautiful here, but what are the other beaches we've been to like?
Unbelievable.
Even more spectacular than this one, haven't they? Yeah. Right. Well, we say goodbye, boys and girls.
Bye.